The calm mind, the great blessing. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to always be happy, even when life isn't always smooth sailing? What's their secret? In the story below, we will uncover a profound message about how our mindset and perception determine our happiness more than the events around us. Let's listen and discover the key to cultivating a peaceful soul, no matter the storms life brings. Could it be that it all starts within us? Whether a person lives happily or not depends on their mind, not their body. It's not the daily gains and losses that decide our mood, nor other people but ourselves. Each person's mind is like a field. Plant good seeds and you'll harvest good fruits. Plant bad seeds and you'll reap bad fruits. If you can live joyfully every day, making your life naturally healthy like the grass in the fields or blooming like flowers, then the whole world will celebrate with you. That's because joy can make people charming and beautiful, while hatred, resentment, and suffering only make people uglier. Our appearance reflects our mind. A smile is a bright mirror of the soul, reflecting all the seeds planted within. If your heart holds seeds of joy, the fruits will certainly be smiles. If your heart holds seeds of suffering, the fruits will be sorrow. If your heart holds seeds of blame, the fruits will be resentment. If your heart is full of seeds of love, the fruits will be compassion. If your heart harbors evil, the fruits will be downfall and decay. There's a saying, we can't change the weather, but we can change our mood. You don't need to be bothered by constant rain because with rain, you don't need to avoid the sun. You also don't need to worry about scorching heat because bright sunlight won't lead you into muddy puddles. Open your heart to the vast sky and embrace the sweet, peaceful dawn in every cell of your body. Life's lessons teach us that experiencing many failures makes us appreciate the value of experience. Many successes make us value bravery. Many conflicts make us value tolerance. Many harsh words make us value forgiveness. Meeting many types of people makes us value friendship. Enduring many hardships makes us value humility. Facing many lies makes us value honesty. Chasing fame and fortune makes us value simplicity, and social interactions make us value tranquility. Hardships teach us the value of joy and freedom. Every day, we should learn to forget things that make us unhappy and distance ourselves from temptations that degrade us. As long as there is a tomorrow, anything is possible. Life is short, so let's be grateful for being alive and experiencing the sweetness of life. Even the strongest among us have moments of weakness, and a kind word can revive miraculous faith. There will be times when we feel empty, even at the peak of success. Happiness lies in understanding and compassion, so we need to share and sympathize. Realize that everyone you meet is meant to be in your life. Nothing is random. They come to teach you a lesson, give you an experience, or leave a mark. The ship reaches the bridge straight ahead, and when you reach the end of the road, a new path will open. So, wherever you go, it's where you need to be. Experience what you need to experience and meet those you should meet. The pine and cypress in the deep forest thrive without being visited, and the plum blossoms bloom amid snow and wind without needing friends. Everyone has to go through a time without help, support, or concern. Only then can one become strong and resilient. There is no inherent injustice in the world, only an unjust mind. Don't blame or resent. Calmly face everything and see them as fleeting clouds. You will realize that life is like a breeze, rising and fading, coming and going, born from dust and eventually returning to dust. Ideals are sometimes like a candle, lit and then extinguished. Emotions are like a rain shower, falling and then drying up. Friends are like clouds, gathering and dispersing. Sorrow is like a bottle of wine, getting drunk and then sobering up. Loneliness is like a star, twinkling and then fading. Separation is like the moon, rising and then setting. A lifetime is like a dream. After 100 years of toil, we all eventually fall asleep. At the end of life, only good deeds remain. Titles, fame, and fortune are like bubbles drifting away. When the breath fades, what remains is love. Accept that within us there is both mud and lotus, both demons and angels. Don't reject the demons or the angels. There is both black and white within us. Don't reject the black to chase the white because black complements white and mud nourishes the lotus. This means you should never reject your weaknesses or past mistakes because progress and perfection come from facing and accepting the past. Everything that happens to you has its own meaning and is a gift for your growth and perfection. So, accept everything with gratitude and appreciation, and use the power to transform yourself to turn all trash into nutrients for the tree to bear fragrant flowers and sweet fruits. Then, you will taste the sweetness of happiness and joy. Giving leads to lasting abundance. Holding on leads to loss. Wise people remember that accepting these truths leads to peace. People often judge and pursue outer beauty before considering character. Most people value money and don't care about others' feelings or happiness. Often the person you love the most will hurt you the most. The boundary of friendship is fragile. True friends reveal themselves in times of hardship. In this world, it's rare to find people who love you unconditionally like your parents. A little love shared brings joy to both the giver and receiver. A little concession brings peace and vastness. A little forgiveness brings a warm cup of tea tomorrow. A little sincere gesture leaves the pain behind. The difference between a smart person and a wise person is that the smart person knows when to take action, while the wise person knows when to let go. Therefore, being able to pick up is intelligence, but being able to put down is wisdom. A smart person displays their strengths openly, while a wise person lets others display their strengths and works quietly. For example, at a party, the smart person keeps talking, making them like a teapot. The wise person listens, making them like a teacup into which the teapot's contents are poured. Intelligence is a survival ability, while wisdom is a state of survival. There are many intelligent people in the world, but few are wise. Even Socrates, recognized as wise, considered himself ignorant by wisdom standards. Intelligent people often can't stand being disadvantaged, but wise people can endure it. Intelligent people secure their interests in dealings with others, like in business where they always profit. Wise people prioritize others' interests and may even take losses, knowing that giving up something can bring greater gains. Intelligent people focus on details, while wise people see the bigger picture. Intelligent people often worry, lose sleep, and die young due to sensitivity. Wise people can detach from worries, reaching a state where gain and loss don't affect them. Therefore, wise people eat well, sleep well, and live long. Intelligent people want to change others to follow their wishes, while wise people go with the flow. Hence, intelligent people often have tense relationships, while wise people have harmonious ones. Intelligence is innate, passed down genetically, while wisdom is cultivated through practice. Intelligence helps us acquire knowledge, while wisdom brings culture. Therefore, the more knowledgeable a person is, the more intelligent they are, while the more cultured a person is, the wiser they are. Intelligence relies on hearing and sight, while wisdom depends on the soul. Intelligence can bring wealth and power, while wisdom brings inner joy. If you seek wealth, intelligence is enough. To escape worries, wisdom is needed. Are you intelligent or wise? Do you want to be intelligent or wise? Understanding others is intelligence. Understanding oneself is wisdom. Overcoming oneself brings inner peace, the true blessing. Commonly reminded phrases. What seems big today may seem trivial tomorrow. This year's important issue may be secondary next year. Great events of this life may be legends in the next. Some things are beyond our control, even if we care. Don't expect special treatment from everyone, nor hope they'll have fewer calculations. Relationships can be close or distant, situations can be complex or simple, and emotions can be deep or shallow. Some people speak little but do much, while others just make a show. Focus on your own affairs and let everything else follow its course. Some things become the past once explained. Some people become memories after a few days of anger. Some pains disappear with a smile, and some situations become resilient after enduring hardship. Buddha said, "For those without affinity, no amount of words is enough. For those with affinity, just your presence can awaken them." Life doesn't have ifs or should-haves, only results and consequences. Your life is determined by your choices, not by others. Therefore, in life or work, if things don't go your way, remind yourself that today will pass and tomorrow will come. Let go of everything to start anew. As you mature, you'll learn to face everything with a smile. Just do your best in your affairs. Act with sincerity, be tolerant of others, be strict with yourself, maintain kindness, walk the righteous path daily, live with gratitude, and let everything else follow its course. Genuine relationships come from sincerity, but this can also lead to deep hurt when sincerity is given to those who deceive. Sometimes, indifference is not heartlessness, but a way to avoid being hurt. Keeping distance can protect yourself, but too much distance leads to loneliness. In relationships, it takes two halves to make a whole. When communicating, don't expect everyone to agree with you, as this is an egoistic attitude and the source of arrogance. Those who understand. You need no explanation. Those who don't won't listen. Hence, explanations are always redundant. In short encounters, elderly couples smile at each other, nodding, knowing they live to love. Like monkeys in a pond trying to catch the moon's reflection. Sometimes we chase happiness, but it eludes us, causing endless sorrow. But the beauty of the moon lies in its untouchable nature, while our desire to possess leads to pain. In life, we run with the sun, chasing happiness, but the sunset signals the end. Fame, fortune, and dreams are like the moon's reflection in water, fleeting and elusive. Collecting thoughts. Coins make noise while bills are silent. As your value increases, remain humble and speak less. Life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some happy, and some interesting. But you'll never know what the next chapter holds unless you turn the page. Don't be too hard on yourself. Even making mistakes means you're trying. When answering the phone, always smile. The person on the other end will feel it. The tongue has no bones but can break a heart, so be careful with your words. Never explain yourself to anyone. Those who believe you don't need it and those who don't will never believe you. Remember 3 things. Strive for a better future. Be persistent in your work and believe in yourself. Everyone you meet daily is your teacher. The wise teach you compassion. The unruly teach you patience. Thoughts create endless problems and then seek to solve them, spinning a cycle of imagined issues and solutions. A person who knows they're a fool isn't a fool, but one who thinks they're smart is the greatest fool. The universe is interconnected. Harming the earth, rivers, and creatures ultimately harms yourself. Giving benefits you. To be happy, don't place your joy in superficial things. Consider your money, house, and car as borrowed. Use them well, but don't become attached. This way, you'll enjoy a simple but joyful life. If you're not careful, you'll be busy making a living, always occupied but only to put food on the table. Chickens peck for food but end up being eaten. Is human life only busy for death? Life struggles are burdensome, tied to worldly pursuits. Happiness comes from perspective. A heavy heart attracts sorrow because we see others as bad, forgetting that thinking poorly of others means our heart is poor first. You'll find strength to live happily if you believe no one around you is bad. People are only bad because they haven't had the chance to show they're good. Practice seeing the good in others to elevate your mind. Try not seeing anyone as bad for a day, a month, or a year and see if your mind feels lighter and clearer. Cultivate a simple, unbiased view to keep your mind pure and light. It sounds simple but is not easy. Seek a chance to open your heart, accept with tolerance, and don't rush to judge. Understand and love endlessly. Control negative emotions. Anger is instinct. Controlling emotions is skill. If you can't control your emotions, you become their slave. Speaking without thought isn't honesty but a lack of discretion. Our greatest mistake is showing our worst side to those we love most. Don't let negative emotions show on your face, as they make others dislike you. If you can't control your emotions, you'll eventually destroy everything you have, even if you own the world. You may never know how much your uncontrolled anger has hurt others, especially those close to you. A kind word can warm a winter day, a harsh word can chill for months. You may not realize how much a thoughtless word in anger can hurt others, even those closest to you. Maturity means learning tolerance and emotional control. Don't let momentary impulses make you lose those you love most. The person who changes your character is the one you love. The person who endures your character is the one who loves you. Where does peace reside? Not in the far or the quiet, but in a calm heart amid chaos. Live calmly. When happy, don't be overly joyful because sadness will follow. When sad, don't be overly sorrowful because happiness will come. Move forward without losing yourself and step back to understand yourself. Societal values can imprison your present for future success. Why chase illusions and neglect the present? Inner peace brings true happiness, blending with the vastness of life. 7 attitudes for a good life. 1. Positive thinking. Thoughts shape who we are. Think you're useless and you'll achieve nothing because you won't try. Think you're smart and you'll create that reality. Positivity makes life less burdensome, turning everything into a personal joy. 2. Understanding. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing oneself is enlightenment. Conquering oneself is the greatest victory. Meditate to understand yourself, know your likes, and fulfill them for daily joy. 3. Replace envy with admiration. Envy brings sorrow. Admiration brings calmness and motivation. Envy taints the soul, leading to unexpected bad actions. 4. Seek inner tranquility. Life's end goal is peace, often sought outside but found within. Reduce greed, anger, and delusion, and you'll find tranquility in life's lightness. 5. Control anger. Anger is a burning coal that harms others and burns you first. Never speak in anger. It leads to harsh words and broken relationships. 6. Be kind to everyone. True living involves gentleness with children, love for the elderly, empathy for the suffering, and kindness to the weak and erring. Everyone faces hardships. Practice compassion to make life beautiful. 7. Let things flow. Accept what is yours and let go of what isn't. Pursue your desires but know when to release. Clinging causes pain and regret. A light heart comes from acceptance. Life's values are fleeting. Learn from failures, value experiences, and let go of grudges for a lighter, happier existence. Smile through troubles, persist through hardships, and love yourself. Simplicity brings happiness. Live with contentment, forgiveness, and simplicity. Overloading the mind with complexities brings fatigue. Periodically clear the memory, removing discomfort. Living each day is a blessing. Cherish it. Life is short. Avoid regret and remorse. The sun rises and sets. A day ends whether happy or sad. Let go of trivial matters for a peaceful mind. Remember, the past is gone. If it could return, it wouldn't be perfect. Don't envy others' possessions. Strive, and you can achieve the same. Don't flaunt your belongings. Others can achieve them too. Add joy. Reduce sorrow, regardless of wealth, status, or knowledge. Daily joy and smiles bring saintly peace. Emotions come and go. You are not your emotions. Why feel sad? Happiness is when you return from distant dreams to find the sun shining on you. Happiness is knowing people, letting go, and living through life's sunshine and rain. Happiness is simple. In the present, it's seeing the morning flowers and feeling the autumn quietly arrive. Happiness is accepting change, enjoying every moment, and releasing worries to the wind. Practice mindfulness to understand yourself, accept others, and control negative emotions. Anger is natural. Mastering it is wisdom. Speak thoughtfully. Unrestrained emotion harms relationships. True maturity shows tolerance, not impulsivity. Peace resides in a calm heart amid the chaos. Embrace the moment, cherish every breath, and find tranquility in simplicity. Live positively, understand yourself and others, and replace envy with admiration for a serene and joyful life.
If you like this video, please comment 1. And if you don't, comment 2. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.
2. The 3 pillars of success. Success is deeply rooted in 3 core aspects: wisdom, tree; passion, tom; and skill, thon. When the mind reaches the level of profound understanding, it is called intellectual wisdom. When the body becomes proficient, it is called physical wisdom. And when the heart is filled with passion, it is called emotional wisdom. When all 3 aspects converge, a person becomes truly enlightened, achieving remarkable results through the harmonious alignment of mind, body, and heart. Beethoven, a symphony of mind, body, and heart. The biography of the renowned 19th century composer Beethoven illustrates this concept vividly. By 1818, Beethoven was completely deaf, yet he composed Symphony No. 8 and Symphony No. 9, followed by the Solemn Mass, his final sonatas, piano concertos, and quartets. These compositions stand out in his legacy, transcending classical traditions with their profound emotional depth and inner expression. Beethoven no longer heard music with his ears but felt it with his heart, and expressed it through his entire being. His mind, body, and heart united to produce masterpieces that resonate deeply with listeners, allowing them to experience the music as a unified whole. Archimedes, Newton, and the magic of unified insight. Consider Archimedes, who famously leapt out of his bath shouting "Eureka" upon discovering his principle. Why didn't this revelation occur while he was meticulously studying at his desk? Similarly, Isaac Newton conceived the law of universal gravitation while observing an apple fall in a garden, not during intense calculations. Whether it's an artist, politician, or economist, moments of genius arise from the harmonious integration of mind, body, and heart. This unified state is the common thread behind all great achievements. The palm of your hand, a metaphor for harmony. Look at the palm of your hand. You'll notice 3 prominent lines: the heart line, Tam Dao; the head line, Tree Dao; and the life line, Thon Dao. These lines coexist, symbolizing the need for balance and harmony among mind, body, and heart. Just as these lines are always in our hands, we are endowed with the instruments of mind, body, and heart to compose the symphony of our lives. The key to success lies in balancing these 3 elements rather than favoring one over the others. Mind, body, and heart, the 3 instruments of life. The mind represents awareness and understanding in any task or event. The heart embodies love, joy, and passion for one's work. The body signifies the skill and proficiency in executing tasks. When the mind reaches profound understanding, it is intellectual wisdom. When the heart reaches deep passion, it is emotional wisdom. When the body achieves mastery, it is physical wisdom. The culmination of a task performed with intellectual insight, heartfelt passion, and physical skill leads to outstanding results, creating the highest value in life. Achieving this synergy makes a person truly enlightened with mind, body, and heart in perfect harmony. Applying the principles to relationships. In relationships, similar principles apply. Marrying solely based on emotions may lead to instability, while marrying for calculated reasons might lack genuine love. A relationship based purely on physical attraction is shallow. An ideal partner embodies all three aspects: a confidant, a passionate lover, and a caring companion. Balancing mind, body, and heart brings harmony and effectiveness to life. Examples in modern life. Computers represent the mind, excelling in logic and analysis. Children symbolize the heart, full of emotions and pure feelings. Machines depict the body, executing tasks without thought or emotion. When the mind and heart converge, they create a wise elder, knowledgeable and loving but lacking physical strength. When the mind and body unite, they form a robot, precise and efficient but devoid of emotion. When only the heart and body combine, they resemble an animal, acting swiftly with feelings but without reasoning or strategic thinking. These imbalances are common today. Achieving the ideal person involves harmonizing the wisdom of the elder, the precision of the machine, and the instinct of the animal, leading to a bright mind, talented body, and noble heart. As our ancestors said, 3 trees together make a high mountain. Education and personal development. Our education system often overemphasizes intellectual development, neglecting emotional and physical growth. Students learn extensive theories but lack practical skills and attitudes. Teaching methods involve rote memorization with little hands-on application, resulting in a generation knowledgeable but inactive and passionless. Effective educational reform requires balancing intellectual, emotional, and physical development. Conclusion. The comprehensive development of mind, body, and heart is crucial for a well-rounded education and personal growth. These 3 elements are essential for a fulfilling life. Ignoring any one aspect leads to imbalance. A holistic approach to education fosters harmonious development, preparing individuals to achieve their highest potential in all areas of life. As we strive for balance, we embrace the wisdom, passion, and skill that define a successful and meaningful existence. 3. The calmer the mind, the clearer the intellect. From ancient times to the present, sages and great men have valued humility. A person who can let go of arrogance and the desire to dominate others can achieve great things and be truly virtuous. Once upon a time, there was a boy who became an orphan at the age of 7, losing both his parents. Left with no one to care for him, he wandered from place to place, begging for food and shelter, living a life of uncertainty. By nightfall, he would struggle to find a place to sleep. Sometimes, unable to find a clean spot, he would sleep under a tree. His life of poverty and loneliness went on like this. One stormy night, as the rain poured heavily, the boy found a large temple to take shelter in. He bravely walked in and saw the head monk standing at the main entrance. Despite his dirty appearance, weathered skin, and long, unkempt hair that covered his face, the head monk approached him with a gentle smile and started a conversation. The boy, with wide, clear eyes, shared his plight. Moved by the boy's hardship, the head monk decided to take him in. The boy was overjoyed. After years of wandering without a home, he finally had a place to stay. Once he was bathed and his head shaved, his face revealed a delicate look with bright, intelligent eyes. He was no longer a dirty, wandering child, but was given a new life as a novice monk. Every day, the novice monk diligently performed tasks around the temple, such as fetching water, cooking, sweeping the courtyard, and cleaning the meditation hall. The head monk, pleased with the boy's hard work and quick learning, decided to teach him to read and write and introduced him to Buddhist scriptures. Being bright and hard-working, the novice monk quickly absorbed a lot of new knowledge. He could sit in meditation for long periods and often shared his insights from the scriptures with other monks. They praised him for his intelligence and understanding. Gradually, the novice monk developed a bad habit. Whenever he learned something new from the scriptures, he wrote down his thoughts everywhere, on walls and in the garden. Whenever he had an insight, he boasted about it to the other monks. He lacked patience when being taught and judged others based on what he saw, always wanting people to agree with him. Noticing this, the head monk thought for a while and decided to teach the novice a lesson to help him change and grow. One day, the head monk gave the novice a pot of evening primroses and instructed him, "Observe these flowers at night while you work." The next morning, the novice monk excitedly ran to his master with the pot of flowers, exclaiming, "The flowers you gave me are amazing. Last night I stayed up to observe them. The buds opened under the moonlight, releasing a gentle fragrance. When I woke up this morning, the petals were closed again." The head monk calmly asked, "You must really like them. Did the flowers wake you up when they bloomed?" The novice monk quickly replied, "No, master. The flowers were very quiet when they opened and closed." "Really? I thought the flowers would be very loud when they bloomed to show off their beauty," the head monk gently said. The novice monk fell silent for a moment before replying timidly, "I understand now, master. I promise to correct my mistakes." The head monk smiled warmly. The novice monk had learned a profound lesson about humility. Evening primroses do not boast loudly about their beauty. They quietly bloom and release their fragrance, yet people always praise their beauty. One should value humility, be tolerant of others, and no matter how intelligent or knowledgeable, always place oneself below others to earn true respect and affection. The calmer the mind, the clearer the intellect. One should not let a moment of pride affect others and oneself. Virtue and talent are witnessed by the heavens and the earth. True skill and merit will always bear sweet fruit without the need to boast to the world. There is always a higher mountain beyond the mountain you see. Serenity and humility are profound states that lead to success. By embracing tolerance and patience, letting go of ego and judgment, one will gain people's favor and achieve harmony in all things. 4. The calmer the mind, the deeper the fortune. In essence, we are all travelers passing through life. We come into this world with nothing and will leave it the same way. Therefore, it's important to cherish what we have and learn to let go when it's time. Everything in the world follows a cycle. If you can't hold on to something, don't cling to it. Otherwise, you'll only be left with loneliness and deep sorrow. Those who know how to cherish and let go at the right time will have the fortune to encounter better things. As we navigate life, we should first learn to stay calm, using a tranquil heart to view gains and losses. Only then can we live a relaxed and carefree life. True prosperity and happiness are simple. Many people fail to realize this because they overcomplicate their thoughts. There are many ways to live, and it's difficult to judge which is absolutely right or wrong. A leisurely pace brings peace and gentle joy, while a busy life brings excitement and complexity. Every issue has two sides. Fortune and misfortune are always intertwined. Life is a process, and just like our existence, it constantly evolves to grow. What seems mundane may actually be the quiet moments of life. While intense experiences can be thrilling and memorable, the beauty of serenity is authentic and lasting. Even the most passionate feelings eventually return to the realities of daily life. No matter how glorious life is, we need inner peace. A person's state of mind, whether calm or restless, doesn't depend on external circumstances because true tranquility comes from within. It comes from an open and compassionate heart. When you learn to take the ups and downs of life lightly, you naturally understand the essence of serenity. The depth of one's fortune isn't determined by how much one receives, but by how lightly or heavily one regards gain and loss. Happiness often doesn't depend on what you have, but on acts of sharing and helping others, which bring joy to the soul. A person who constantly calculates gains and losses will undoubtedly live a weary life. Those with a generous heart can pick up and let go with ease. If you don't obsess over worldly gains and losses, why should your heart be troubled? Even a dried flower retains its fragrance. Similarly, a person with a calm and dignified character can face any issue without panic. Only with a serene mind can you enjoy the present happiness. A person with inner calmness can easily appreciate the small, beautiful things around them. If you find these stories inspiring and they motivate you to take action, please comment 9. If not, comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. The way arises in stillness. The ancient text Tao Te Ching teaches, to the extreme of emptiness, keep stillness steadfast. All things are active, I therefore watch their return. This means that in the utmost emptiness and stillness, one can observe the cyclical movement of all things. Keeping stillness steadfast refers to maintaining a tranquil mind like the emptiness of space, remaining unwavering and unaffected by any external influences. This concept can be compared to the saying, unbothered by fame or disgrace, leisurely watching flowers bloom and fall in the courtyard, coming or going as destiny dictates, floating along with the clouds and mist. By letting go of desires and abandoning delusional thoughts, maintaining a tranquil and empty mind allows wisdom to arise naturally, and the way to manifest itself. Conversely, an unsettled and restless mind will cause the way to distance itself from you. Many have likely heard the story of Cook Ding cutting up an ox. A cook for the ruler of Liang, Lord Hui, had mastered the art of butchering an ox to the point that it became a form of art. Even in a seemingly mundane task like butchering an ox, there is a principle to be found. Only by working with a calm mind, reaching a state of selflessness, forgetting oneself, can one truly grasp the profound mysteries within. Skills can then elevate to the realm of the way. 6. Virtue stems from humility. There's a saying in Tao Te Ching, true virtue seems like a valley, great purity seems tarnished, extensive virtue seems insufficient. The meaning is that high virtue appears humble, great purity seems to carry shame, and extensive virtue seems inadequate. The I Ching also teaches, humility is the foundation of virtue. Humility can elevate a person's virtue and broaden their capacity for understanding. During the Ming Dynasty, there was a man named Guo Pu. From a young age, he was known for his filial piety and politeness. He eventually rose to the position of Minister of Rites. One day, his family had a dispute with their neighbors over the boundary for building a wall. When Guo Pu learned of this, he wrote to his family saying, "What harm is there in giving them a few more feet? The Great Wall stretches for thousands of miles, but who lives there now? Where is Emperor Qin Shi Huang today?" After reading his letter, his family conceded and left a wider space for the wall. Touched by their gesture, the neighbors also stepped back, leaving an even larger space. This area of mutual respect became a well-known alleyway celebrated for generations. 7. Prosperity born from frugality. In modern society, people often chase after a luxurious material life. Expensive cars, mansions, gourmet food, all these desires often overshadow the importance of spiritual well-being. Li Shangyin, a poet from the Tang dynasty, once said, reflecting on the wise sages of the past, their success stemmed from frugality, while their downfall resulted from extravagance. The good fortune of an individual follows a simple and restrained lifestyle. The prosperity of a family comes from integrity and frugality. Yan Hui, the most cherished disciple of Confucius, was known for his virtue. Confucius often praised him, saying, "A basket of rice, a ladle of water, living in a simple room." While others might not endure such poverty, it did not diminish Yan Hui's joy for learning. How noble he is! Since Yan Hui's generation, the Yan family prospered for over 700 years, thriving during the northern and southern dynasties, the Sui and Tang dynasties, producing many talents like Yan Jitui, Yan Shigu, and Yan Zhenqing. Eating simply and frugally can prevent harm to the stomach. Reducing desires can lighten the heart. In life, achieving simplicity and sincerity brings good fortune naturally. 8. Life arises from harmony. The Tao Te Ching teaches, the Tao gives birth to one gives birth to two gives birth to three, and three gives birth to all things. All things carry yin and embrace yang. They achieve harmony by balancing these forces. The combination of yin and yang creates all things. Life exists through the balance of these forces. Whether a person is healthy and lives a long life depends crucially on their ability to maintain a balanced and calm state of mind. The renowned Qing dynasty physician Zhang Peiren said, "A person who remains harmonious will have abundant energy and a stable internal system." Additionally, harmony implies that everything should have a degree or moderation. Too much of a good thing can become harmful. Worldly desires are endless, and one should not be swept away by excessive greed. Moderation is key, and one should not cling to things that do not belong to them. Keep a peaceful mind and live in accordance with nature. Tao arises from tranquility, virtue arises from humility, happiness arises from diligence, and life arises from harmony. This not only encompasses profound life philosophies, but also contains the secret to longevity and health. 9. Only with a calm mind can you have better health. Life is like drinking water. Only you know whether it's hot or cold and can adjust accordingly. Only with a calm mind can you escape chaos and solve problems more wisely. With a calm mind, you can have a realistic perspective instead of being reckless or impulsive, quietly enjoying the beauty of life. When water is still, the reflection becomes clear, and when the mind is calm, wisdom emerges. Maintaining a calm mind is not only a kind of wisdom in life, but also the highest state of being. Living in this world is like a process of training. Only with a calm mind can you reach farther, and through meditation, you can achieve tranquility. A scientist once spent 3 years studying the secrets to longevity in over 700 centenarians. In the end, the scientist found that besides eating healthily and getting enough sleep, these people had an even bigger secret, a positive attitude towards life. The best way to maintain good health is not to eat expensive foods. When your inner self is in turmoil and your emotions are unstable, no amount of delicious food can help. In this life, aside from life and death, everything else is trivial. Be open-minded about everything and keep a calm mind no matter what happens. You must understand that nothing is more important than your health. No matter how tough life gets, as long as the green hills remain, there's no fear of running out of firewood. The highest state of maintaining health is actually nurturing your spirit. If your mood is not good, all efforts to protect your health are in vain. Therefore, you must cultivate your soul, maintain a good attitude, and exercise properly. Only when your body is healthy can you encounter more luck in life. 10. Only when the mind is quiet can you be peaceful and smooth. An author once said, "In life, we should learn to do everything quietly. Arrive quietly, leave quietly, work quietly, harvest quietly, avoid causing a fuss." Sometimes, when life doesn't go smoothly, it's often because we haven't learned to be quiet enough. When people become agitated, they fail to see the true nature of the problem. If they crave quick success and act recklessly, they will easily stray further from their goals. The biggest mistake in life is to become arrogant when you should be humble, or boastful when you should be silent. Doing so only invites trouble upon yourself. Only when the mind is calm can you find the path that suits you best. By simplifying your life with the principles of no fuss, no arrogance, no agitation, can you live peacefully and smoothly. 11. When the mind is calm, you can face life with tranquility. The psychologist Adler once said, "Many of people's troubles come from various relationships. Among them, the relationship that has the most significant impact on us is the one we have with ourselves." In this life, we often feel the need to compare ourselves to others, which disrupts our inner peace. As people reach a certain age and gain certain experiences in life, they realize that instead of always focusing on external matters, it's better to slow down a bit and approach life with more calmness. This way, they can gradually understand the true meaning of life. Amid the ups and downs of the world, don't be like animals trapped in a cage, constantly scared, startled at every step, and engulfed in insecurity and anxiety. Impermanence is a reality of life. Only by lightening the burdens of life can we move forward with ease. Only when your mind is calm can you be at peace with the world and face everything with tranquility. Whether you are moving forward or pausing in a corner where no one notices, as long as you can maintain inner peace, life everywhere will be filled with sunshine. 12. The more mature one becomes, the more peaceful and calm they are. For some people, success isn't particularly difficult to achieve, but maturity is a rare accomplishment. True maturity, especially emotional maturity, is even harder to attain. Success can make someone confident, but too much success can lead to arrogance. Maturity, on the other hand, allows one to remain level-headed, valuing rationality without losing enthusiasm and staying calm in the face of both failure and life and death situations. Maturity and wisdom don't necessarily correlate with age. Some older people might act thoughtlessly or even emptily, while some younger individuals demonstrate profound maturity, thinking deeply and thoroughly about their actions. Maturity is not about the number of experiences one has gone through, but how one responds to and handles each experience. It's a long process, deeply influenced by one's spiritual growth, explaining why more mature individuals tend to be more gentle and serene. Knowing how to control oneself. There's a saying, getting angry is instinctual, controlling anger is a skill. When people are angry, they often lose their rationality, saying things that hurt others, which can damage relationships or bring about misfortune. Someone with stable emotions usually has a calm demeanor, making others feel comfortable, like a refreshing breeze that brings people closer. Conversely, those who easily lose their temper are like a storm, making everyone avoid them. This is a clear sign of immaturity. A pessimistic person will often have a low spirit, focusing on the negative side of things and feeling inferior to others. This mindset is also a sign of immaturity. Mature individuals understand that everyone has their strengths and unique qualities. By focusing on and nurturing these strengths, one can achieve success over time. Knowing how to be tolerant and understanding of others. Only those who have experienced pain can truly grow, understand, and forgive others. A mature person never judges others lightly. They recognize that everyone is more complex than they appear, and that everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. A mature person understands the importance of being tolerant of oneself, others, and even one's enemies. The ocean is vast because it can accept all rivers, meaning that forgiving others' mistakes is also a way to free oneself, being rational but not losing enthusiasm. A mature person may have seen the harsh realities of the world but still loves life. This is because they understand the balance between rationality and emotion. People in society are often driven by their emotions, seeing only the surface and not the essence of things. This can lead to much suffering and trouble. Therefore, it's important to develop the ability to see the true nature of things, which comes from rationality. A mature person is rational, but one cannot be overly rational, as it may lead to coldness. Thus, maintaining enthusiasm for life is crucial. The combination of rationality and enthusiasm is what defines true maturity. Knowing how to let go and cherish. There's a saying, life is about carrying a heavy load while moving forward. At a certain age, one needs to learn to let go of unnecessary burdens and cherish what is truly valuable. A mature person must discard certain baggage like insincere friends, meaningless indulgences, and useless gossip. Instead, they should hold on to and value confidence, kindness, humility, and simplicity. Maturity is a demand and improvement of oneself. It is also a reflection and contemplation of oneself and a state of being. In the journey toward maturity, everyone will experience and learn a lot. Regardless of how long or challenging the road is, if we grow with each step, we have already succeeded. 13. The deeper the river, the quieter it flows, wisdom and inner peace. A wise person maintains a calm and magnanimous attitude towards the constant changes in the world. This attitude allows them to absorb more and handle everything with ease. Just as the surface of a river may be turbulent with waves due to the wind, the deep waters below remain slow and steady. In life, too, when facing worries and difficulties, maintaining a calm and peaceful mindset is essential. Movement and stillness, fast and slow, are complementary forces that balance the universe. While movement can lead to rapid decline, stillness ensures longevity. This is why the ancients said, "Only in stillness can one go far." A truly cultivated person, a wise individual, someone with high moral character approaches life with compassion, patience, and the ability to endure. When challenges arise, they remain calm, open-hearted, and accepting. Lao Tzu said, "Do not dare to be first in the world," which means not daring to seek fame, profit, or get caught up in worldly emotions. They avoid harboring any unwholesome thoughts. High moral individuals believe that any stirrings of the heart can create karma, lowering their spiritual level and preventing them from reaching a higher spiritual state. In contrast, ordinary people pursue fame and profit, dare to fight and curse, and often engage in unethical behavior. Such people live a tiring, miserable life, worrying constantly over gains and losses, leading to physical ailments and mental anxiety. It's evident that such a lifestyle can reduce one's blessings and lifespan. True spiritual cultivation often emphasizes one's heart and virtue. Virtue is an actual form of energy within a person. The more one indulges in desires, the more this energy depletes. Hence, ancient wisdom taught, destiny follows the heart. Character shapes destiny, and destiny influences one's fortune. A person's health and fate originate from their heart. All religions throughout history, including Taoism, Buddhism, Christianity, and others, teach people to cultivate goodness and be kind. This principle has been passed down for thousands of years. Not only does destiny stem from the heart, but diseases also arise from the heart. All human ailments result from mental flaws, wrongdoings, or karma. Without these, humans wouldn't suffer from diseases. However, few understand this truth. In modern society, people crave pleasure intensely. They prioritize fame and wealth, believing that the more they gain, the better. Consequently, they harm others and seize their benefits, thinking they are strong and heroic. In reality, they are depleting their virtue. The faster virtue is depleted, the quicker one's blessings and lifespan diminish. When virtue is exhausted, life ends. Thus, the ancients often taught, accumulate virtue for yourself and your descendants. The more virtue you accumulate, the more blessings you receive. Those of noble character speak slowly, implying that noble people speak cautiously, do not easily show their attitudes, and are careful in both words and actions. Ancient cultivators often practice silence to avoid creating karma through their words. Saints and ancient kings spoke little, with their words being precious. The emperor's words were edicts, and an unintended statement could lead to a commoner's demise, changing their fate. Therefore, emperors often referred to themselves humbly as the solitary one or lonely one. Even wise commoners spoke carefully, fearing that harsh words could harm others and diminish their virtue. Understanding that heart character is the root of all health, and the heart can create and destroy all, we should value morality, do good deeds, accumulate virtue and blessings. This way, our lives will naturally be blessed with longevity and peace, and our souls can reach a bright and blissful state. 14. The power of heart, shaping life as desired. When it comes to Inamori Kazuo, many book lovers are likely familiar with him. This legendary Japanese entrepreneur left us with his final book, written when he was nearly 90 years old. Within a year, it was translated into 15 languages and became a global bestseller. In his book, Inamori distilled his life experiences into one word: heart. With over 80 years of a successful, happy, and wise life, he taught us that everything begins and ends with the heart. Everything you encounter in life is attracted by your heart. By cultivating and improving your heart, you can achieve the life you desire. Foundation of success. What is the solid foundation for success? First, it's connecting with the heart of the universe. Inamori Kazuo, born into a humble background, started his journey with nothing. At 27, he founded Kyoto Ceramic Company, now Kyocera. At 52, he founded a second company, now known as KDDI, a telecommunications giant. Both companies grew to be among the top 500 in the world. At 78, he took on the role of president at Japan Airlines, reviving the bankrupt airline to unprecedented profitability within a year. How did he achieve such success across diverse fields? Remarkably, his accomplishments weren't due to status or wealth, nor from a complex business strategy, but from a simple personal belief. All success begins with a selfless heart. The selfless heart. A selfless heart always considers others first, Acts motivated by altruism tend to succeed and often yield surprising results. Inamori believed that starting any endeavor with a selfless heart would lead to positive development and transform one's destiny. He always asked himself if an action was altruistic before proceeding, believing that any deed born from goodwill and a heart for others would have a good outcome. His acceptance of the role to rebuild Japan Airlines stemmed from this selfless heart. Initially, he declined multiple times due to his age and lack of expertise in aviation. However, he reconsidered, recognizing the broader social, economic, and employee welfare implications. Overcoming challenges. Inamori faced various challenges head-on, fueled by a burning spirit of perseverance. For instance, when Kiyokura received a large order from IBM with stringent quality demands, he saw it as an opportunity to elevate the company's capabilities despite lacking the necessary equipment. Inamori immersed himself in the production process, working tirelessly alongside his employees. After 7 months of relentless effort, Kyocera met IBM standards, leading to significant growth and success for the company. Inamori attributed his success to never giving up. Keys to a Happy Life. In his book, Inamori identified 3 foundations for a happy life: gratitude, humility, and diligence. He emphasized being thankful for all experiences, good or bad, as they are opportunities for growth. He shared a story where his mentor taught him to view misfortunes as chances to cleanse past mistakes. This perspective helped him endure public criticism and personal hardships, viewing them as necessary for personal purification. Humility, Inamori noted, serves as a protective charm. Recognizing that success is not solely due to personal effort but also external support fosters a grateful and humble attitude, preventing arrogance. Lastly, diligence is essential. Embracing hard work with a positive mindset ensures progress and success. Inamori's philosophy teaches that living and working with a selfless heart, gratitude, humility, and diligence naturally leads to a fulfilling and successful life. Heart and destiny. Inamori believed that our heart shapes our destiny. He wrote that misfortunes are attracted by our own negative mindset. Complaining is like a poison that worsens situations. By adopting a positive and optimistic attitude, even dire circumstances can improve. He shared personal experiences of overcoming tuberculosis and academic failures through positive thinking and hard work, illustrating the transformative power of a positive heart. In his book's final lines, Inamori wrote, "Everything in life begins with the heart and ends with the heart." His life, marked by challenges from war and disease to business crises, was navigated with a steadfast heart, leading to great achievements and happiness. For both businesses and individuals, cultivating the heart is fundamental. Remember, all occurrences reflect your heart. Embrace gratitude, humility, diligence, and a selfless heart. Fight to the end and never give up. Ultimately, everything begins and ends with the heart.
If you like this video, please comment 1. And if you don't, comment 2. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.